Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking with John. Today it's Dim Sum Friday for me, so anybody that knows me knows I love dim sum. So much so that every Friday we generally go to our local Cantonese restaurant for dim sum here in Newcastle. Unfortunately we can't do that right now because of course we're locked down, so we just do it at home. It's very easy to do. You can pick up everything that you need from your local Chinese supermarket. You can make dumplings and things on your own from scratch. I have done it in the past, but it's very time consuming and it takes a lot of ingredients. There's a lot of work involved. So there's a great shortcut. Your local Chinese supermarket will have a fantastic range in the frozen section of different dumplings and things like that, just for you to steam at home. So it's nice and easy, and we'll just run through some of my favourite dumplings for you today. It's very simple. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get cracking. Okay, so I'm just going to run through some of the dumplings that I've got today, and I'll start off with some of the more familiar ones that you might have come across. These are called war tip, and basically they're a pork and Chinese leaf dumpling. They're quite meaty, which is good. They're a good size. It's a good 2 bites in each one. Now, I pick them up in a bag like this. You get about 40 pieces in a bag. You can get them in smaller packs if you want. I just try to buy a big one because I do this quite a lot, so it's worth it for me. So that's the war tip, and they're fantastic. The next one that I'm going to show you, you'll probably be familiar with, is siu mai. Now this is a chicken siu mai. Okay, generally you'll find it's pork and prawn, but this is a chicken and shiitake mushroom siu mai. So that would just sit in a little case of wonton pastry at the top, and it's exposed at the top, and these steam, they'll pop up a little bit. Again, they're extremely tasty. Next ones I've got, again, which you'll probably know, which is hagao, and that is a prawn dumpling. Okay, so this is when it steams, it's a clear pastry one here, quite glutinous and wobbly, which is a really nice texture, and basically it's just a full prawn in there that's been marinated. So that's again, it's a classic which you'll see, and they're fantastic. And then there's another one here, which again it's called Shanghai bun. This one, okay, or otherwise known as siu long bao, which is basically a soup dumpling. So you've got these are just little parcels here. They will expand a little bit, and you can get them a bit bigger than this. But these are filled with a nice pork filling. But there's like a soupiness to them. So there's a little bit of stock in there. So as it steams, that stock melts down and it becomes soupy, and it's great just popping them in one go in your mouth. They are so tasty. So that's those ones. Now there's a whole host of different dumplings, stuff you can get there. They're just some of my favourite Chinese ones, but also you'll get from other countries here, and this is a Korean gyoza on here, and this is just a vegetable dumpling on this one. So just a mixture of vegetables. There's a couple of bits of vermicelli noodle in there. These are fantastic. They're much smaller and thin pastry. Now what you can do with these is you can actually you can fry these to start with just a little bit of oil, and then as they're almost cooked, you just throw in a little bit of water, cover it with a lid, and finish them off to steam them. And basically you get them pot stickers. Or you can just steam them, you can even just deep fry them. And they're fantastic. But you'll also get different like Japanese dumplings and things like that. And the good thing with all of these is the instructions on how to cook them are all on the packet, so it's nice and easy. Okay, so that's the dumplings I'm going to do today. So I'm just going to show you some of the equipment that I use to cook. So let's move on to that. I have got some bamboo steamers here. Okay, now you can pick these up very easily from your local Chinese supermarket. They're great little things to use. They come in obviously different sizes. So I've got a larger one here for when I want to have a few more of one particular thing, or even to mix just with a couple. There's a medium one here and there's a smaller, but you will get even smaller than these, even right down to individual baskets for example, 1 or 2 little dumplings. but they're more like for the restaurants to use for presentation. But they'll also go bigger than this. Okay, but you need to be conscious of the size of the pans that you're going to sit them over to steam to make sure they're going to fit. The great thing as well is that they stack. Okay, so you can buy more than one, but you just need one lid, and they'll stack up, and you can put a few different things in to cook at the same time. Okay, now one thing you need to do is you need to line them so that the dumplings don't actually stick. So what I've picked up are these little silicone discs, okay, with, not silicone discs, but they're greaseproof paper discs with little holes in. Now again, I picked these up from a Chinese supermarket. You'll get them in different sizes, but they may not always be easy to come by because generally they're in big catering packs where you've got thousands. But if you can't get a hold of them, a good tip to use is just lettuce leaves. Just line your basket with lettuce leaves and then pop your dumplings on top, nice and easy. Okay, just to show you what we've done here, I've got the war tip into this one. Okay, now I think I've put 10 pieces in here because there's going to be 2 of us eating today, and I like quite a lot. But what I've got in here is quite a lot, and it will do probably for maybe 3 people. So the war tip are on there. Okay, I have got the chicken and mushroom shumai into this one, and then into this one on the top layer I've got the hagao, because they will take a little bit less time to cook than the bottom ones, which is the surong bao, or the Shanghai dumpling, otherwise known as a soup dumpling. Okay, now in general, your larger stuff here is going to take around about 15 minutes to steam. Okay, the soup dumplings on the bottom take around about 13 to 15 minutes, but the hagao will only take about 10 to 12, so that's why that's on the top, so that even though it's going to sit for about 13 to 15 minutes, it will be overcooked. Okay, so we're just going to pop them on to get to steam. Okay, so we've got our dumplings on to steam now, okay, and they're all going to take basically about 15 minutes, so I've just set a timer for 15 minutes so they'll all basically come together, and then it'll be time to serve. But when you're steaming, just obviously you want to make sure that you've got enough water in your pan where it's going to simmer for a good 15 minutes without the water drying up, because the last thing you want to do is to boil your pans dry. So we'll just let these steam, and simply it's then moving on to serve. Okay guys, there you have it. There is my bit of dim sum, and there are your war tip. There's the shumai, and this is the hagao, or the prawn dumplings. And there are the Shanghai buns or soup dumplings on here. Now, obviously I've got this set here where you've got a few little dips on. So we've got some chili and garlic sauce. I've got some hot sriracha sauce, if you like it a little bit more spicy. On here I've just got some dark soy on here, which is good. And this one, which is the best one, is called Chinese black vinegar, or Qingyang vinegar. Okay, and this is the bottle on here, which again you can pick up from your local Chinese supermarket. It goes very, very well with basically all dumplings. You'll generally always find it served, especially with the shumai, but it's fantastic with all of them. So, time to eat. Well guys, there you have it. There's my take on dim sum to do at home. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I do this quite often. For those of you that live in the northeast of England or right here in Newcastle, I sourced all my dim sum and dumplings from Wing Hong Supermarket. I'll leave them a link down in the description below for their website if you want to check them out. But they have a fantastic little supermarket on Still Street in Chinatown, and they also have a cash and carry which is open to the public, which is much larger, and you've got a much wider variety. That's down on George Street, just behind the Grosvenor Casino. So get yourselves along there and pick up all the bits that you need. You'll get everything from from the dim sum, vegetables, and what have you, right up to the steamers even that we did. So you can get all that you need in there. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you give it a try and you've enjoyed it, send me a picture with your efforts. Don't forget to give me a like, and also subscribe to the channel so that you see any future videos from me. So again, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. and I'll see you again for the next one.